we need a dance break, we could take a dance.
Maybe after we wrap, because I do need to release my inhibition so to feel the rain on my skin. So well, I was listening to that earlier and I was literally just like in the gym. So okay, I'm ready. Hey y'all, welcome back to our channel for episode 4, if you will, if you speak Spanish, of Jonesing for the Dub. Welcome back to our rookie season. We are so excited to get into especially the weekly W, recaps of everything that's gone on in the WNBA this past week. A lot has happened, so we have a lot for you. We'll also have a little sprinkle, a little razzle-dazzle of glam dunk because, listen, some things happen with especially one rookie that we absolutely adore. We can't wait to get into her outfit as well. So let's get started with the weekly W. And first, we've got to get into the preseason action that we saw this past week. If you don't know, of course, I'm sure you're getting to know, the WNBA started their preseason on May 3rd with the first 2 matchups between the Indiana Fever and the Dallas Wings and the Chicago Sky versus the Minnesota Lynx. This was a highly anticipated matchup, both of them, because we got to see the debut of Caitlin Clark on the Indiana Fever, as well as Angel Reese on the Chicago Sky. So this was such a really good matchup to watch, both of them actually, because there were so many vets and rookies on both teams that everyone was looking forward to see, even outside of Angel and Caitlin. However, we gotta talk about the elephant in the room, which is accessibility. WNBA, we got a bone to pick with you. Old fans, new fans, we came together to just come at you, girl, and you deserved it because you kind of lied to us. I'm not gonna hold you. So the biggest issue for those who don't know is definitely that the Indiana Fever versus Dallas Wings games was available on the WNBA app by way of the League Pass. If you don't know, you can purchase that for $34.99, and then you can stream any of the WNBA games through the WNBA app, unless they're on major networks like ESPN, ABC, things like that. However, we were told on the WNBA prior to these games that both games would be available on the WNBA app. Imagine our surprise when we could only watch the Indiana Fever game and we could not tune into Chicago and Minnesota at all. It was not available, nor was it streaming, and so it was pretty sad to see that fans had no choice but to tune into a live stream on Twitter, a grainy little iPhone video, to be able to watch Angel Reese's debut, as well as her going up against people like Nafisa Collier on the Lynx, as well as Alyssa Peely. It was just so upsetting for so many fans, but as well as fans of Camila Cardoso. I could just keep going on and on and on. And this iPhone stream had 173,000 fans tuning into it. Now, I would think for the WNBA, as we alluded to in the previous episode, when you're putting all your eggs into one basket, thinking that only Caitlin Clark is bringing fans to the W, this might be a learning lesson for the WNBA, but to remind them, Angel Reese also has that impact. 173,000 people, including South Carolina's Dawn Staley, to support her former player Camila Cardoso, as well as Flau'jae Johnson supporting her former teammate Angel Reese, had to tune into an iPhone video of a fan who was attending the game. Shout out to user at HeyHeyAllie because you saved our lives to be able to watch that game. But it was pretty disappointing as someone who is bringing so many new fans to the league for us to miss out on that. Like I said, Angel Reese is a star. We're going to focus on her right now because this did happen to her game. And just to remind you of who Angel Reese is, she is literally, again, I got my handy dandy notes, so I'm going to read them even though I know, but just so you know. She's a 2023 NCAA champ. She was also the 2023 most outstanding player of the entire NCAA tournament, period. She was also 2024 SEC Player of the Year, and she was on the 2023-2024 First Team All-SEC. Do you know how hard it is to achieve all those things in just 2 years? The accolades go on and on and on, from her NIL deals, for one being a top 10 pick in the WNBA draft. I think we need to put some respect on Angel Reese's name. Remember who she is. She is an it girl, and we need to respect that moving forward. And I think also because of the uproar on social media, like I said before, social media changes things. The WNBA had to issue an apology letting people know that they accidentally advertised that these games would be available, and they're actively working to make these games more available to more and more fans each day. And we're thankful for that. That's all we wanted. That's what the old fans had been talking about. But I'm thankful that we had some camaraderie from the old fans as well as the new fans coming together and getting in the WNBA's ass. Excuse my French, my drama, but I had to say it. We had to get up in their ass so we could get some streaming rights, okay? And speaking of the It Girl, do y'all not remember that Angel Reese announced that she was coming to the WNBA, that she was entering the draft by way of Vogue? First ever to do it, Vogue. She is that girl. She was also just at the Met Gala on her 22nd birthday, looking absolutely fashionable. We just need to take a moment and talk about Glam Dunk and Angel Reese in this fit from 16 Arlington. Ma'am, you looked like an angel with those feathers. Everything. I just wanted to be in your presence. It was absolutely gorgeous. Again, an It Girl. So I think we need to remember and put some respect on her name, because I know you saw in the rookie press conference how sad it was of a setup. Shame on you, Chicago Sky, I gotta just say it. As well as the media attention that she was getting in that press conference as the Angel Reese was just not right. And we're gonna see more from her. Angel did say she's showing fire tunnel outfits for every single home game. We will be tuned in with my glasses if I'm Joan Rivers. And then as well as comfortably dressing for away games. We're gonna see, I'm pretty sure even in sweats, Angel's gonna be fly, especially in that Reebok. We see you, girl. This will be the only time that I quote Birdman, but put some respect on Angel Reese's name. When you talk about her name, respect with a K at the end of it, not a T, so you know it's real, period. So now that we're done reminding you of who Angel Reese is, I hope you never forget. We can continue on with the Weekly W and some brand new dropping news this past week. Amazing news. And the first thing we definitely want to talk about is that the WNBA Commissioner, Kathy Engelbert, just announced that for this season, as well as next season, the WNBA is going to have chartered flights. This is something that we've been talking about, that the WNBA has been wanting for years. We've been begging for years, so I'm very thankful. I'm sure they're even more thankful. I'm thankful for these ladies that they're going to be able to have the respect to have chartered flights. Kathy did say that it's going to cost $25 million in the next 2 seasons, but I think it's a perfect investment. One, these ladies are super tall. They also have a different type of celebrity that the WNBA hasn't seen before. And I think this is perfect for the protection of these women. These women are coming into these public spaces. Fans are walking up to them, not actual fans, actually hecklers more so, are disrespecting them in the airports. We saw it especially when Brittany Griner came back from Russia that last year, and how people were just walking up to her saying the most outrageous things. And I think it's important for these women to have a safe space to be able to, one, be themselves, but also go to games and not have to focus on, will the fans do this? Will I have to get through security check-in time? All these different things. It's important, especially as they're rising to stardom, that they have this protected space to get to and from games and to and from their homes. So I'm so excited for these ladies. I hope you're excited. Again, keep watching W, get your friends to watch so we can have charter flights for life, not just for the next 2 seasons. Cannot wait to see how far this expands. So some other exciting news we have regarding the WNBA expansion for next year. As I mentioned in previous episodes, we're going to have a Golden State WNBA team. The team name has still not been announced. However, in a press conference this past week, the Golden State Warriors CEO as well as co-chairman Joe Lacob announced that Ohima Nyanen is going to be the general manager of the Golden State WNBA team. Hopefully that gets us closer to a team name announcement as well later this year. However, Ohima did say in the press conference they're focused on making sure they have a good team surrounding them for the general managers, things like that, other general managers, as well as the owners, things like that. And then they'll focus on building the strong team for the next season so that this team can win some championships. But we did hear that 7,000 people have already put down their deposits for season tickets for this Golden State WNBA team. It's going to be so exciting. I can't wait to see more about it. But that's all the news we have about that for now. And moving on to our next topic in the Weekly W, I know you saw it, but if you haven't, the Las Vegas Aces versus everybody. I'm so excited about this documentary because it's something that I think everyone felt when we watched the Aces last season, but if you don't know, I'll give you a breakdown of what it is. Las Vegas Aces versus Everybody is the title of this documentary, and it documents the 2023 team that won their back-to-back championships and the adversity they dealt with, how practices were, everything they were going through to get to that championship when they defeated the New York Liberty in New York. I'm smiling because that was such an exciting game to watch. Flex for Liberty, but it was really fun to see the Aces win that game. I swear I'm not wearing this shirt because I'm not just pro Aces, I'm pro the WNBA. But I just think it's something cool that everybody can check out to see their point of view and also humanize these women to remember while they are elite basketball players, they are still people going going through real things, hearing real headlines being written negatively about them, and still playing the game and winning championships. So if you haven't, go ahead and head over to the Aces YouTube channel where you'll be able to see the full thing. And yeah, let us know what you think about it. All right, so some other news we have is definitely surrounding the preseason. I know we talked about it a little bit at the beginning of the episode, but we had to get into some respect things. So now we can get into the actual logistics of what happened. So the Indiana Fever were defeated by the Dallas Slings by a game-winning shot by the one and only Arike Ogumawale. I had to mention it. I'm not going to go into the scores and the assists of every single team. However, Arike, who, if you don't know, Arike Ogumawale won an NCAA title at Notre Dame off a game-winning shot literally at the buzzer. So I don't know why people deny the fact that she can make another game-winning shot against the Indiana Fever. Girl, please. But she was able to take away Caitlin Clark's first rookie win. And not that that's like no shade to Caitlin, it just is what it is. But I think it's just interesting that that really wasn't mentioned in many media articles. So I'm going to mention it for you, Arike, because you're a damn good shooter who deserves that type of recognition. We also saw the Chicago Sky get defeated by the Minnesota Lynx, and that's okay. It was a great game, great competition. We got to watch it on our little iPhone, but it was a great competition to watch. On May 4th, we also had the Atlanta Dream defeat the Washington Mystics 87-84. Shout out to Aaliyah Edwards in that game. That was her WNBA debut, and she got 6 points and 4 rebounds in that game. I know that's right, Aaliyah. Just have to give the rookies their little shout outs. And as well as the LA Sparks defeated the Seattle Storm 84-79. So for those who are wondering, how many more preseason games do we have? What's up next? The preseason will be wrapping up on May 13th and we'll start the actual regular season. However, there are a few things to note about these final days of the preseason. Sadly, a lot of our favorite players have already been cut from rosters, but the final cuts for every single WNBA team has to happen by May 13th or on May 13th. Because the regular season begins on the 14th, some teams will only keep 11 players on their rosters due to the salary cap and wanting to spread more money for these players' salaries. And some teams will keep 12 players, which is the allotted number that each one has. I also want to give a shout out to these amazing women who have come out for these teams, tried out for these teams, and have been cut because, one, they deserve to be in this league. It just sucks that we don't have the amount of teams and the amount of spots for them. However, expansions are coming. Remember, 2025, we can get more of that if y'all keep watching. But I also think it's sad to just see that your faves are able to play at this professional level that you know they're prepared for. But I also think it's important to, one, appreciate these ladies that keep coming out and know that they'll be able to be signed to training camp rosters or will be invited for the teams next year again just to try out again. And again, we'll have more spots. So this isn't goodbye forever. This is more so see you later, friend. We'll be checking in on you. We'll keep you up to date, and we'll see you next year. Okay? So the regular season begins on May 14th, and girl, do we have some exciting news for you. For the kickoff of the regular season, we have the Indiana Fever, that's Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, Erica Wheeler, I could go on and on, against the Connecticut Sun, all the vets, DeWanna Bonner, Alyssa Thomas, all of the vets of the Connecticut Sun versus the rookie and some vets of Indiana Fever. That's going to be a very exciting game. It's at 7:30 p.m. It's going to be on ESPN2, as well as the Mercury versus the Aces following on ESPN2. That's Diana Taurasi, Brittany Griner versus A'ja Wilson, Chelsea Gray, Kelsey Plum. I keep going on and on. That will be at 10 p.m. One exciting thing about these two games is that they will also be streamed for the first time ever on Disney+. If you got a Disney Plus subscription, this is your time to shine. I kind of canceled mine, so Disney, maybe I'll redo it just for you. However, I do think it's really exciting to have all three of those options to be able to watch these games. While you're tuning into that on Disney Plus, you could tune in on ESPN3 to the New York Liberty versus the Washington Mystics and the Minnesota Lynx versus versus the Seattle Storm. Again, on ESPN3. Those will be at 7:30 and 10, just like the other two games you're on. But if you have a TV and then a computer, you can just pull them up all at once, because that's what I'll be doing. I'll just have one TV there, one TV here, supporting all things WNBA. You can also catch more games on May 15th. This will be the Dallas Wings versus the Chicago Sky. So if you want to catch the It Girl Angel Reese, she'll be playing the Dallas Wings at 8 p.m., as well as the Atlanta Dream versus the LA Sparks at 10 p.m. that same day. These games will be available on your WNBA League Pass, so you must get the WNBA app to purchase your League Pass and to watch it through there. They're not going to be on any other platforms, just the WNBA League Pass. Those are the most recent games that are upcoming. Of course, make sure to follow us as well as follow the WNBA and these teams to get the schedules for the upcoming games. We'll have more for you, but those are the most recent that are coming up for the regular season. It's going to be so exciting. The competition is going to be here. So get ready for some good-ass games, some good-ass competition, good defense, some good fans. We're ready for all of it. I'll have my popcorn. I hope y'all do too. Two more updates that we definitely have for you is that Camila Cardoso is unfortunately out with a shoulder injury for the next 4 to 6 weeks. She plays with the Chicago Sky, and in their preseason game on the 3rd, she was injured and she'll have to be out. We hope you feel better, Camila. Rest up. I hope the doctors are tending to her, because we want to see her, of course, back in action this season if we can, but her health is first, so hopefully she'll be able to heal up and take the time that she needs away. Another great piece of news that we definitely have is another queen, another it girl, if not the it girl, the WNBA right now, A'ja Wilson, my soror period. She just signed a multi-year deal with Gatorade. I know that's right. They did announce that their campaign will come out in the fall for her, but I'm so excited to see A'ja put another check mark off her list of things that she's able to accomplish. And this is the perfect collaboration with Gatorade. We're so excited for you, A'ja. I know that's right. So that is all that we have for you today. I know it was heavy on the weekly W, but listen, girl, a lot has gone on and we will never leave you misinformed. So I think you should be thankful. No, I'm just playing. But I think it's a really great thing to be able to give you these weekly updates. So much exciting things have happened in the W this past week. And we're so excited to finally get into the regular season and see these women compete for their chips, for their championships, for the Commissioner Cups, all these different things to come. But we'll be back for you next week. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Also, click that little notification bell if you want to see when we drop episodes. It'll pop up right on your phone. Make sure also to follow us on all our socials on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Jonesing for the Dub. All of those accounts are at Jonesing for the Dub. We'll make sure to link our socials down below, and make sure you tune in next week. Bye, y'all.